starting to think you are going to sleep through the entire winter. Is that normal for humans? I guess maybe you and Santa were in a bit of a rush and you didn't get a chance to sleep. But now you're awake. Which means we can finally talk. Are you hungry? Still morning, so I can make you breakfast. Oh, I have never cooked for a human before. This is exciting. But I read that human boys... husbands really love bacon. Is that true? Tell me. Wait, silly me. I'm sorry to disappoint you, darling, but I just remembered I don't have any bacon right now. But I can get some later if you really want it. I do have chicken though, so I could get some eggs. Would eggs be okay for my dear husband? How do you like your eggs? Hot or scrambled? Or maybe you prefer rice? Ooh, or both at the same time. I can make rice and eggs together. Does that sound good? I want it to be the best wife possible for my dear husband. He deserves only the best. Hold on. Look at that, my darling. Despite last night's blizzards, it's such a lovely and sunny day today in the village. The snow looks so sparkly in the sunlight, doesn't it? Listen. Can you hear the sparrows chirping? Aren't they just the sweetest? Their little songs are so cheerful and cute. Did you know? The Dr. Thomas, a major researcher in the science of mental health, once reported that listening to bird song in the morning is actually quite healthy. Apparently, birds and other animals can have all sorts of healthy effects on your mental well-being. Something about how it calms the mind and reduces stress. Isn't that amazing? I wonder if it's true, because I always feel so much better after hearing them. What about you? Do you feel a little happier listening to them? Oh, listen to me rambling like a silly woman. I'm so sorry, my darling. I'm just so thrilled to finally have you here. You see, it gets so lonely in this village. We are not exactly famed for our high populations. And so, if you don't exactly fit in here, finding a good partner can be challenging. But now, because of Santa, I have you here as my dear husband. Mother should also be quite happy. She has been studying how much she has wanted grandchildren. But you don't have to worry about that yet. I won't rush you. Unless, maybe you want to rush. I wouldn't be against that either. No, my name. You want to know my name? Weird. Did I really not introduce myself yet? Where are my manners? I'm sorry. I should introduce myself properly. My name is Kenji. Yes, I know. It's usually a boy's name. But my mom named me after my grandfather, who just so happened to be a samurai. At first, I thought it was strange. But now I think it's really unique and cool, given the culture and history. Don't you agree? Like, how many girls can say their grandfather was a samurai, right? Oh, and naturally, I can't forget. Merry late Christmas, by the way. You're confused why you are here? Weird. I assume Santa would have told you. Maybe you bumped your head outside while you're in the snow. Well, it's because you're my Christmas gift, of course. You see, I've been such a good girl this year. I helped the village, did all my chores, and never spoke out of term. And I tried my best to be kind to everyone. And so when Christmas was coming close, I asked Santa for a husband. Someone warm and kind who will keep me company in this snowy village. and Santa brought you. My darling, isn't that amazing? You look exactly the way I imagined. Although, I do find it a little odd Santa left it outside instead of under the Christmas tree. But I won't question his methods. Santa knows best, after all. And now you're here, my dear husband. We can live happily ever after. And so, how about some breakfast? Would you like some tea to go with it? Like a green tea, herbal tea, oolong tea, and jasmine? No, I'm sorry, my darling. I do have a habit of getting a little excited and rambling on, don't I? What is it you wish to tell me? You have my full attention. What do you mean Santa didn't bring you here? But, of course it did. Why else would you be here? You're my Christmas gift. That's all the explanation. That's why I found you outside near my house during the blizzards. It's what I wish for. For a dear husband to keep me company when I'm lonely. And I really am tired of being lonely. And I was so happy when I found you. And are you telling me this is actually some big misunderstanding? That you just wander here by chance? No, that can't be right. Santa is real. My darling, he must be. I mean, look at all the evidence. Why else would you have ended up here of all places? My little village is so remote, and you're here, just as I asked for. Doesn't that seem like a miracle to you? Just look, here's a drawing I made. See? It's you. It looks just like you. Same hair, same shirt, same color eyes. Don't you think that's a little weird? Isn't that proof enough that Santa answered my wish? I know it sounds silly to some people, but I believe in him, and I believe he brought us together. Please, don't take that away from me, my darling. I have waited so long for someone like you. I know it's not much, but look, I have everything here that you could possibly want. Just look at my cozy little bed, and I have a roof over our heads, which is super important in this chilly village. Oh, and look at my pine cone collection. Isn't it neat? I collected them all by myself. They are perfect little treasure from the forest, and I even arranged them by size. And out back, I have chickens. You can eat all the eggs you want, and fresh and warm every morning. Just imagine that breakfast together. It'll be so lovely. I've been studying really hard to be a good wife for you this year. I read all about cooking and caring for a home. I even practiced how to make the perfect omelette, just for you. And Santa went through all the effort to bring you here. Don't you think it's such a waste? To just leave? It feels like all my dreams are right here in front of me. If you go, I'll be left all alone again. I know I can make you happy here, my dear husband. Please, don't leave yet. I even already told the whole village I found myself a husband. If you leave now, I'll be the laughing joke of the entire village. Well, not that it's important, but please, don't take away my Christmas miracle. Pretty please. I waited so long for this moment. I guess you're right. It wouldn't be fair for me to force you into this, if it's not what you want. Maybe I haven't been a good girl this year after all. If you're not my gift, then I guess weird Yuki Onna girls like me are just meant to be alone. Even Santa thinks so. And then, who am I to argue? Still, I really thought this was my chance to finally be happy and have a proper family life. No, you don't have to worry about me, darling. I guess I shouldn't call you that anymore. I'm sorry. I guess I can take you down the mountain back where the human live. But if you don't mind, could you wait at the breakfast? I should be calmed down by then. I just need a moment to accept the reality that even Santa thinks I don't deserve to be happy. But that's okay. I'll be strong. I really wish things were different. But maybe if I work even harder to be a good girl, next year will be different, right? It's really simple. I just have to work harder. Still, you look just like the man in my drawing. It was almost like a dream come true when I first saw you. But I guess it doesn't matter now. Why don't you rest for a bit, sir? I'll be back in an hour to find your way home. Huh? What do you mean, remember? Santa's workshop? What about it? Does it really have cute little elves and toys? It does? Oh my god, how wonderful. I bet that looks so cute. So I was right. Santa exists. But why does this matter now? Oh yes, I remember. But what about the bump on your hand? You're saying you bumped your head in Santa's workshop and it caused you to forget everything. But now, you remember. Well, goodness, you should be more careful. I was curious how you bumped your head. But, are you telling the truth? Really? So you really are my present directly for Santa. And you love to be my husband now that you remember? I knew it. I always knew I could trust Santa. This is wonderful. So that means you really are my husband. I knew it. I knew it. Hug. I promise, darling. I'll cherish you forever. I always wanted you. Now, would you care to join me downstairs while I make you some breakfast?